Here the non-Muslims, the Hindus are 6.3%, 6.4%. The Hindus in Malaysia get more than 100 times more rights than the Muslims in India. Good. 75% non-Muslims in India, they are giving shahada, they are bearing witness that Islam wasn't spread by the sword. Which Muslim army went to Indonesia, which has the largest population of Muslims in the world? Which Muslim army came to Malaysia? Which Muslim army went to the east coast of Africa, where many countries, majority of the population are Muslims? Which sword? They did by their class. Traders went. The majority, almost all were non-Muslims, then almost all became Muslims, mashallah. And later on, now there are people coming afterwards. Malaysia became fully Muslim. Then you had the Chinese coming, you had the Indian coming, the Britishers coming. They are our new guest. You know, somebody called me a guest. So I said, before me, the Chinese are the guest. They aren't born here. So if you want the new guest to go first, ask the old guest to go back. The Chinese, they're not born here, most of them. So maybe the new generation, yes. So if you want the guest to go back, and those guests which are bringing peace in the community, they are benefit for the family. Here the non-Muslims, the Hindus are 6.3%, 6.4%. The Hindus in Malaysia get more than 100 times more rights than the Muslims in India. Good, alhamdulillah. I'm not saying take away their rights. Good. This is what Muslims should do. They are half the percentage, numbers wise very less, half the percentage of India where Muslims are. Yet the rights they get here is 100 times more than what India gives rights to minority. So much so that they support the Prime Minister of India but not Prime Minister of Malaysia. MashaAllah. The Prime Minister of India wants me. The Prime Minister of Malaysia does not want injustice to be done to me. The Hindu Malaysians are most of them supporting Prime Minister of India. There is no evidence about me in the Malaysian police. Interpol says no evidence. They are living more in India. They are more Indians than the Malaysians themselves. And yet they are enjoying it.
Always been a man of peace, and that's what the Quran stands for. It has been my mission to spread peace throughout the world. Unfortunately, I face detractors who prevent me from carrying out my mission. About 10 days ago, after my successful lecture tour to Kelantan, in which, in the last day, on 9th of August, I gave a talk on Islamophobia in the Sultan Muhammad IV Stadium at Ketua, in which more than 100,000 people attended the talk. This success could not be digested by the detractors. Since the last few days, I've been accused of causing racial discord in the country. And my detractors have been quoting selective sentences of mine out of context and adding strange fabrications to it. I have clarified my stance today to the police. It, however, saddens me that this complete episode has caused many non-Muslims to think that I am a racist. It has worried me that those who were hurt have not heard my speech and have relied and based their impression on out of context quotes of mine. It is a further concern for me that this creates a bad image for Islam, and it may drive many people away from Islam. Racism is an evil I am staunchly against, as is the Quran, and it is exactly opposite of what I stand for as an Islamic preacher. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad said in his farewell pilgrimage, "No Arab is superior to a non-Arab. Neither is a non-Arab superior to an Arab. A white person is not superior to a black. Neither is a black person superior to a white." And Allah says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Hujurat, chapter number 49, verse number 13, "O humankind, we have created you from a single pair of male and female, and have divided you into nations and tribes, so that you may recognize each other, not that you may despise each other. And the most honored in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the person who has taqwa, that is God consciousness, that is righteousness, that is piety." Even though I have clarified myself, I feel I owe an apology to everyone whose feelings were hurt because of this misunderstanding. I do not want anyone to harbor ill feelings for me. It was never my intention to upset any individual or any community. It is against the basic tenets of Islam. And I would like to convey my heartfelt apologies for this misunderstanding. At the same time, it's my humble appeal to all of you, especially the non-Muslims. Please take out time to hear my speeches in their entirety. My lectures are available on the YouTube, the Peace TV, as well as the Peace TV mobile app. Last but not the least, I was deeply touched by the hundreds of thousands of people who stood in my support. I would like to express my earnest gratitude to all of you. Jazakallahu khairan. May Allah reward you with the best.